Welcome to Blackballer TV. This is Chosen Talks with Pretty Baby. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment. Today we're going to be talking about the real reason why Tasha K and Cardi B's lawsuit came about. The truth has come out now. Today is April 22nd, 2022. And the truth finally is coming out with your black president, your favorite black president, Mr. Barack Obama. Now they're finally starting to drop the breadcrumbs on their narrative on how to control and censor the social media platforms that we got, and how to control and get power like they did with Facebook, which is now government owned or government partnered. And pretty much they're just trying to silence everybody pretty much. So today Barack Obama has declared that the First Amendment of freedom of speech does not apply on social media platforms, but that is where we go to be free to speak. So where does freedom of speech, as he say, in the community? So we can free speak on land, but we can't free speak on the internet, is what he's trying to conduct. Then he has developed some type of plan on how to censor. So to censor what can be shown on the internet and what can't be shown on the internet, because he wants to protect the users, is what he says. But we are the users. We are the ones who are providing content. We are the ones who watch the content. The actual people who make content, we watch content just as well. So we are users. We use the platform as as we watching it, as we producing and creating on it. So how can you tell us that we're not free to speak freely? But I thought we all had that constitutional right to speak freely. Where and when? And I thought it was crazy when Natasha K. I swear I thought that was crazy, because I'm like, when in the world have anybody ever been able to sue somebody and try to lock somebody up for speaking, saying what they want to say? Everyone in the law, you're always talking about a person can say whatever they want to say. That don't give you the right to kill them, right? But now we can sue them. So if somebody on the street say something we don't like, we can sue them, because that's the only place that freedom of speech, right? So oh no, we can't sue them. Nope, because we can't. So the only place we can sue them would be on the, like, it still doesn't make sense. And it's still like, just, bro, what's wrong with you? For you, as you could say, you wanted to be a democracy, but how is this a democracy that you're trying to create when it sounds like you're trying to dictate what we say and how we say it? So you telling me that if you don't like my content won't be viewed by anybody but me? It may not even be viewed by me, because it probably wouldn't even get through your algorithm, right? As he spoke in the speech, he was crying about the algorithms, and he don't know the policies on how they pick and choose, because it's freedom of speech. So it's not too many policies. It's age and certain things like that, nudity and certain things like that. But you're free to say what you want to say. You can't steal someone else's words. That's copyright infringement. Okay, like those. That's the thing. That's the same things, that the same laws that apply to us regularly. Now you're trying to make a metaverse, make it a total different land, when we're still on Earth. In the internet world is not a different world from the world we live in, but you're trying to make us and get it in our minds that it's two different places, but it's not. Because as soon as you get off the internet, you get back onto you walk off, you turn off your computer, and you just do what you was doing. Sometimes people can be on a computer and still cooking dinner. You could be on a computer watching another movie on the TV. So you're not going to another location. You're not hopping into another land. You're not doing that. This is just the internet, and it's the only place where people can be free to speak. Well, we were. But yes, you're trying to get like China. He said, well, we're not trying to be like China. Which you're not trying to get that extreme like China. But that's you. You getting old. Who's going to try to run it after you? See, that's the whole problem, that you guys always want to come in and take over a company, a whole, like, everything. When they get to a certain level of, now it's yours, now you want it. Oh, we need to regulate this. We need to figure out what's going on. We need, what? But now one of you governmental officials ever thought about creating a social media platform? That's when you could have had the control. But you didn't think about that. What did you think about doing? Government, to try to control minds, but now you want to control all the mind. Like, you can't control what we say. Oh, you should believe what I believe. No, that's not the way things is. You can say anything and it could be possibly true. That doesn't mean I want to accept it and I want to believe it. That doesn't mean that I'm going to accept it and I'm going to voice that same way, that same opinion that you have. So, but like I said, it's finally coming out, because that's all it was about with this Tasha K and Cardi B. They both participated in the creating of a whole system funding around social media. Twitter. Probably going to come to YouTube, because I think YouTube is connected to Facebook. So now we can't say what we want to say, because you're not newscasters. You're not news people. What? Who said they're private companies just as well? So who said, or do the government actually control the news and the media? Right? So if they're not fucking private entities from the government, so then Trump wasn't lying. The government is running the media. So what is you saying? And the only place that you don't have control and censorship over is on the social media platforms. So therefore it tells me that the government owns and operates the news, and that's why we get the type of content that we get from that. You regulate what commercials get played. That's how come we get the certain commercials and certain things we don't hear about. But is that freedom? Is that is people really free to live? Because at the end of the day, if you think that a business is getting too extreme, getting too big, you're gonna come in and try to take over it, regulate it, put a person in place to control somebody's complete business that they built up. You would bring some outside person from wherever to be in control of a person's business, so you can regulate and figure out what's going on and how they plan and how they, really? That's not constitutional. It's not. But you use your strengths and your governmental officialness to do what you do, right? But we supposed to still just be okay with that and not say anything about it, because we can't say anything, because it's not going to get airplay. No one will hear us cry. Like we don't hear the Chinese people crying over there and they starving because they still on fucking lockdown on for corona. They're locked in their apartments in China. We can't hear about that, can we? We get little videos here and there that then snuck through. So this seems like the same thing, but no, that's what you're trying to do. Make it to where no one can hear us cry. No one from this side can hear what's going on that side, right? Right. And then it would have been smart if that was what you guys was using with your war tactics, but that's not how you use for war tactics. You tell all your war tactics all the time. So I'm not sure if Cardi B and them know what they was signing up for. I kind of think so, because the court case never seemed real to me. It never did. It was never any media. It was never really real media. The media that the government already runs, right? Allegedly, right? Like it was never any real coverage. We don't even know if people really went into a courtroom. Is there any recordings of it? It should be. If it is, it should be public knowledge, public record. Well, I might find that later on and see what's going on with that. But the whole thing still is order out of chaos. Create a reason to be the savior, right? And that's pretty much what they're doing. They're coming up now with laws, as he said in the speech. Oh, we shouldn't have to come up with laws to govern the social media platforms and this and this and that. But that's what you wanted, because it's not up to you really. It wouldn't have been up to you really until you declared war on social media, as you did today, because that's pretty much what you did. But it really was never any of your business to censor or figure out what we were watching or what's going on the social media platforms. There's no porn, right? Because they're not allowed on there. So, but you don't like that we voiced in our different opinions. Racism was still racism no matter where it is. If you a racist, you a racist wherever you are. What now? But you don't want us to speak racism, racial things on the internet? Cause then what is that doing? Letting you know it's more racist like you. Well, I'm glad to know who's the racist is. Sorry, I like the picture that that pops up on there next to their name, so I can see them with their racist comments. Yeah, that's the racist right there. Keep away, right? So as you saying like these things, oh, that's the racism was before. Yes, all of these things was before, and they never stopped. Before social media, it never stopped. Before social media, it was more secretive. People can get kidnapped even faster. People could die even faster. People can lie even faster because there was no truths. No one could see what was really going on. Okay, and with the social media, no one can hide. And that's pretty much what is going on right now, that you guys want us to stop talking about all your pedophilia. Oh wow, I forgot. So maybe you might be pushing this so you can get that damn picture of you riding that boat over there with what was it, Epstein gas. I forgot. Yeah, okay, well yeah, social media did have a picture floating around of this nigga on the little canoe going over to the little island with the little Asian girl rowing the boat. You ain't say that was wrong. That little girl didn't look like she was 14, 15, 16. Child labor laws apply, but maybe they don't apply on that island, right? Because if the Constitution only applies in America, right? Wow. I'm getting to thinking about some stuff, huh? Right, do the Constitution only apply in America? Sheesh. And that's possibly why our country's always laughing. What the fuck is you talking about? Y'all got a fucking constitution. We don't know shit. Oh my goodness. There's possibilities. Does the Constitution applies anywhere else outside of USA? That's the well, it has generally been understood that the Constitution travels with American citizens whenever they are abroad. Their right to sue to enforce those rights depends upon whether Congress or the courts have created a specific law right, a specific legal right to file a lawsuit. Oh, okay. So I guess the Constitution only matters about lawsuits. Hmm. That goes back to the money. Okay. So the right to sue. Okay, okay, because the Okay, because with the Constitution, you got the right to an attorney. You got the right to. Okay, okay. To due process. Okay, due process. And then with an indictment is a suit. It's a lawsuit that's pretty much from the government of. Okay, whatever. Okay, well, this is some tricky dicky stuff right here, man. Ooh wee. This is very tricky. This is very tricky. And this may have a loophole. They may have some type of loophole with this. 'Cause it's tricky, but still, I still say the same thing. A computer is not a destination, a location is not. It's a computer. Um, wow. Yeah. So, back to like I was saying though. Yeah, they put me in a different type of thought process messing with the truths. All right, but guess what? This would not be a video that would be able to be seen because they would probably have some keywords. Truth. Anything that say the truth probably would get thrown out. So, anyways. But yeah, Tasha and Miss Cardi B. And I'm sure Cardi B don't care. So I'm sure that's why she did it. But I'm trying to understand, why did Tasha K participate? And that's why she didn't take the videos down yet. She haven't taken the video down yet because she's trying to get the charge so she can go to jail. Okay, the only way they can make a charge is they have to actually write a law that's prohibiting her from doing whatever she's doing. So in order for them to have the time and the efforts to write that law out, she is motherfucking, not removing those videos because she has to violate the law. If you don't violate the law, then there's no law to write. If you don't violate in some way or form to make them have to, put the pressure on you to provide a law, then it would have been all for nothing. It'd have died down already. And that's not the plan. The plan is to tie in Cardi B's suicidal urges from Tasha K's freedom of speech to tag along and to tie into Obama's new image of the government that he feels he should have did back in 2016. So imagine how many millionaires. Oh, and that's probably another thing too. How many millionaires that was made from 2016 to 2022 because of social media. That would tap into everybody's pockets. Every social media influencer on any platform pockets will be tapped. And so as he's crying about, because the ads, who makes money off the ads? The users just as well as the platform, right? But the users get the money. And maybe they don't want you to get y'all money. They don't want us to get our money back from the work that we put in, from talking, because we're talking bad talk. That's what bad speech, from bad speech. But we get paid for our bad speech, right? And how to kill bad speech is with good speech. What? Freedom of speech is just what it is. It doesn't matter if it's bad speech. If that's the case, what about the ignorant people? Are you going to make them speak proper English because that's what you want to hear? That's bad speech. That's improper conversation, right? So, as I said, that's y'all favorite president. Yeah, y'all's favorite president. Never, no, thank you. I do love black, because I'm a black lady, or I ain't gonna even say black. I'm of a darker skin tone, but I do not respect nothing like this. Because the thing is, you're trying to enslave us slowly but surely. Don't say that. Master gonna lock you up. Master gonna find you. You gonna get sued. Don't say that. And that's pretty much what you're doing. You're taking us back steps. We didn't jump leaps to get to where we are for 2022. And you're taking us back. Freedom of speech was fought for when? How many times was freedom of speech fought for? Because, see, women had to fight a whole separate battle. Right? So what was we going to do? Allow this through some Tasha K. Then they put two minority women against each other. Then we got the black president that's coming in as the mediation. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, as I said, yes, this to me, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly for you guys, but this is the whole reason for the Tasha K, Cardi B lawsuit. Blah blah blah. Oh, she was she. I don't care. Nah, it doesn't matter how many times a person lie. Freedom to lie is a freedom of speech. You're free to say whatever out your mouth. Freedom of speech. Nobody said it had to be truth. They said freedom of speech. No one said it had to be true. So, this has been Pretty Baby. It's been a pleasure, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you say, what you think about this. Tell me, do you think this is true? Do you think that I'm wrong? Let me know. But common sense just ain't common every day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Email and share. It's been Pretty Baby, and this is Chosen Talks.